Hey guys, welcome back to Laney's Little Bugs. I'm super duper duper excited because for this month Laney's Little Bug, we have a guest. Obviously, it's someone new like every single month, and I'm so excited for you guys to get to meet our Laney's Little Bug for this month. Here she is.
Hi, my name is Madison Rogers, and I am 10 years old, and I am in the Razzle Dazzles Corps, and I live in Illinois.
You live in Illinois. Is it cold there right now?
It is.
I can imagine. Do you get a lot of snow?
Yes.
Well, I'm super duper excited to have you as this month's Laney's Little Bug. I'm super excited for the rest of the twirling world to get to know you a little bit better. I know I've had many opportunities to interact with you and get to meet you throughout the past few years, and I'm so excited. You ready to go? Okay, so my first question for you is, what do you keep inside your baton bag?
What I keep inside is my speaker, and I keep inside my 2 batons, and I keep inside my hairbrush, and my journal to write down my routines, and my 2 pencils that go along with it. My journal is Paris because I really want to go there. And I have my good black doll Rachel. And on it says vlog life.
I love it. She is so cute. Now, what makes you want to go to Paris?
Because I really like to see the Eiffel Tower, and I really want to taste their food there.
Now, I personally have never been to the city of Paris itself, but I've heard amazing things. I've had a bunch of friends who've had the opportunity to go, and it's so pretty. And I've heard the food is amazing. Now, my next question for you is, who is your biggest role model? I know being on the Razzle Dazzles, you get so many incredible twirlers to look up to, and I mean, I'm just curious to find out who some of your biggest role models have been throughout the years.
Well, my mom is one of my biggest role models, and my coach is Coach Sherry, because they give me all the tools that I need to succeed, and they always are there for my dreams. And I thank my dad for always being there to open up the gym when I need it.
Ooh, so your dad gives you access to your gym? That's amazing. You're one lucky duck for that. Sometimes it's really hard to find practice space. So don't ever forget how lucky you are for that, because man, sometimes you have to fight those basketball players for gym space. I'm sure you have to too sometimes still, because sometimes the gym is being used for other things.
He's an athletic director.
Ooh, fancy. That's cool. Is it at the high school you would go to?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Now, it's really cool that you look up to your mom and your coach. Those are like 2 really important people in your life. I mean, you spend almost every single day with your mom. I mean, of course, there's those random nights where you're like having a sleepover with your friends, but your mom is so like in your life, especially because you're a twirler. Of course, mom's by your side through everything. So I love that you look up to her, and she is such an incredible role model for you. And of course, looking up to your coach is great too. I know I've looked up to almost all of my coaches throughout the years. They've all set amazing examples for me in so many different ways and taught me so many different life lessons that have helped me not only in twirling, but throughout the years in my, whether it be academic life or social life or anything else that I do. I mean, there's things that I learned from my peers and my mentors and my coaches and my parents that translate into my everyday life. So I'm glad you have such incredible people to look up to. Now, this one's a tough one for me to answer, but maybe you have like a go-to trick that's your favorite. I know I have an extremely hard time picking just one, but do you have a favorite trick?
My favorite trick is my turn double, because it's easier than a double, I think, because you have the turn to give you the momentum to do it.
Now, I totally agree with that it's easier than a double. For me, spin doubles and spin triples have always been easier. Just because you do get that extra momentum from the spin and nothing slows you down then, it's hard to get yourself going from just like a pull-up and a toss. the spin like really speeds you up and whips you around to go into it. So it makes it so much easier. That's really cool. Those are fun tricks. I mean, they're really hard to learn at first, but once you get the hang of them, they're super cool. Now that we covered your favorite trick, do you have a favorite spin?
I do. Rhythmic is my favorite because I get to show off my sass and I get to show off my twirling ability with sass in it.
I love that. A lot of people like Rhythmic, and I love Rhythmic twirl too. I love that we get to show a little bit of personality in what we're doing. Sometimes twirling like in solo or two baton is just so technique based and so structured that we don't really get to add a little unique flair to it. So freestyle really gives us that opportunity to show a little bit of our like personal taste on things, which makes it twice as fun. Now, this one might be a little hard for you too. I know I have so many incredible memories to look back on throughout my many years of twirling. I mean, I'm much older than you are, so I've had many more years under my belt. But do you have a favorite twirling memory to look back on, or a time that really makes you giggle or something like that?
Well, I love twirling with my sister because I don't get to do that anymore except in Twirler Day at her school because she's a future twirler at Illinois State University. And I miss her so much, but don't tell her that.
Do you and your sister get along?
Yes.
That's good. I mean, sadly, I don't have a big sister to look up to, but I do have older brothers. And of course, we like would rough around in the house and just like mess around. And they would tickle me to the point where I thought I was going to stop breathing. But I definitely love them so much. Especially now that we're older, we get to bond on a different level. I mean, being a little sister to older brothers is definitely hard because I was of course the only girl, and then they were like a few years older than me. We weren't like 2 years apart or anything like that. So of course it was hard to be like best friends then when we were little, but now that we're older, we've gotten really, really close, and I love to have that opportunity. And it sounds like you have that with your sister too, which is pretty cool. Now, when you do Twirler for a Day, you get to twirl on the field with her?
Yes.
What's your favorite part about that?
That I get to twirl with her.
That you get to twirl with her. Is it really cool to twirl in front of like a stadium full of people like that?
Yes.
I know that when I switched from, I mean, I still do competition twirling, obviously, but now that I'm in college, I twirl in our football stadium at every football game. And I know it was really different going from the competition setting to twirling in a field setting like that. Not only is it different because you have different like weather conditions and things you have to worry about, like you don't have a gym floor, you're on turf or maybe even grass, and it changes things up a bit. But it was really, really cool to get to perform in front of like a crowd like that and to really feel their reaction. And it kind of takes the pressure away because it's just performing. Did you feel that too when you do it?
Yes.
Yeah, it's really cool. I mean, it probably doesn't feel much different for you because you're still young. But once you're older and you like are competing like a lot all the time, if you continue what you're doing now, like you'll compete so many more times throughout your years of twirling. And then once you just like step on the field to twirl at halftime, it's so much fun and so different than competing. It's like a different kind of fun because I have so much fun when I'm competing and performing at a competition, but something about performing halftime at like a football game or a basketball game is just different. It's a different kind of fun. You'll be there one day. Too young for that still, but one day. Okay, so we talked about your favorite twirling memory, your favorite trick, your favorite style routine, and all of that. But now I'm curious to find out if you do anything outside of twirling, like any extracurricular activities, whether that be within your school or maybe anything that assists you in your twirling career.
Well, I do gymnastics to help me with my twirling abilities and to extend it one day.
That's cool. Okay, so have you ever competed USTA as well, or just MBTA?
No.
No, just MBTA. So that's really cool. I mean, I tumble, of course, too, because I have competed USTA and MBTA my entire life. So if you ever get the opportunity, it might be cool to utilize those tumbling skills that you're learning in gymnastics. I mean, it's very different than MBTA, but they're both really cool, and I love them both. Okay, so you said you're taking gymnastics. What's your favorite skill to practice in gymnastics?
I like to practice my front walkover and my aerial.
Okay, you can aerial? Oh my gosh, you're a pro already, girl. I love that. Now, have you ever tried to put a toss to your front walkover?
I have. I was close, but then I didn't catch it. But I'm still working on that.
It's a tough one. Doing your toss walkover, especially at first, is really scary because you're upside down and you can't see where the baton is. It's like all that you're thinking about in your head is that you could come up and the baton could literally land on you. That's all I was thinking about when I was first trying it, and I was so scared. But eventually you get over it and you catch it and it becomes a piece of cake, super easy.
I can do a toss cartwheel and catch it.
Oh, perfect. You're halfway there already. Now, this next question is one of my favorite questions to ask younger twirlers because I don't think I've ever really received the same answer twice. What would you, if you could change anything about twirling, what would you change?
I would change interview. I would take it out because you really don't know what they're gonna ask you.
You're right. Now, here's the thing with interview. I personally like interview just because it gives the judges an opportunity to get to know you. And I mean, by the looks of it and by the conversations we're having, interview doesn't seem like it would be that hard for you. You're doing really great today. But I totally understand because when I was younger, interview used to make me so nervous. I would get such sweaty hands before I went on the floor. But I would just be like, what are they going to ask me? What are they going to ask me? I'd have no idea and I'd be so scared. But trust me, it just gets easier. You just have to remember that there really is no wrong answer. Anything you say is a good answer. Like, what's your favorite color? Blue. That's wrong. It's totally not wrong. Everybody has their own favorite color. That you can literally do nothing wrong when it comes to interview. You just got to remember that. They're just trying to get to know you and get to know who you are as a person. So don't be so scared of it. Don't let it get you nervous. Okay? Okay, so this is kind of like the extracurricular activities, but I normally relate this more back to my family time. So when you're not twirling and not doing your gymnastics or anything like that, what do you like to spend your time doing?
Well, I don't have that much free time, but what I like to enjoy is competition, practicing, and traveling. And I like to spend some of my free time practicing with core and spending time with my baton friends and twirling with my duet partner, Mackenzie.
Ooh. Okay, so a lot of your free time is still spent twirling, which is totally fine. I know I spend a lot of my time either reading, studying for school, or stretching. So I totally relate to that. Most of my time is spent twirling too. I don't have a lot of free time, especially because I'm involved in so much here at school. But it sounds like you are totally in love with the sport of twirling. I know that sometimes when you're little, it's hard because you would rather just, most people, at least a lot of little kids, would rather just go play with their friends than come to the gym and practice. Personally, for me, I always loved twirling and loved being at practice and loved everything about it. So it sounds like you're the same way, which is really cool. But I think that's really unique. I think it's hard to find sometimes because friendships are really important too in your daily life. You want to be close with those around you and really get to make friends. But, you know, I tried to make time for both. I had plenty of friends in school and spent time with them, but I also spent a lot of my free time twirling too. So just make sure you have the happy balance. Okay, so we're actually getting close to the end. We don't have that many questions left. But the next one I have for you is, what would your next biggest goal in the twirling community be?
I would love to get to win Miss Majorette of America and win Grands and win a world competition.
Ooh, those are some big goals, but trust me, I had those same exact goals when I was your age. And if you keep working hard, like I said, it sounds like you spend so much time at the gym and so much time practicing with your friends. And it seems like you really, really love the sport. So I'm sure that means you work super hard in what you do. And if you keep that up, I'm sure you will achieve those goals. I know for me, it took a few years before I ever got close to really achieving one of my goals. I was 13 the first time I ever won a grand title. And from the time I was 7 years old, it was all I wanted. It was all I worked for. I mean, of course, I loved it. I mean, win, lose, or draw, I still loved the sport of twirling. So, I mean, it wasn't only the win I was going for. But, of course, there's that thing we're working towards. And those titles were those things I was working towards. But it can be discouraging sometimes. But trust me, let your love take you where you need to go, okay? So your love for the sport is going to get you to what you want and to you achieving your dreams, okay? So just don't ever lose your love for the sport. That's the most important thing, okay? But you got it. It sounds like you really do love the sport, which is really important. Because if you don't, you're just like, you're never going to go anywhere with it. You gotta love it, you know? Okay, so that brings us to our final question, which is, what do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be an actress, a model, and a baton twirling coach because I want to be a baton twirling coach to give back to the sport that I really love and call home.
Oh, I love that. That just made my heart so happy. Oh, and I say something very similar. Like, my goal when I won Miss Majorette of America was to give back to the sport that has given me so much. So you have something very similar in the sense that you want to give back to something that has given you so much. And that was my ultimate goal. That's the whole reason I started the Laney's Little Bugs and Flip Tip Fridays and all of those things. I wanted to give back to the community that has given me so much love and so much support over the years. And I think it's really cool that you want to do something similar. And you said a model and an actress, yes? Ooh, okay. So have you ever done anything with acting before?
I've done plays, but that's about it.
You've done plays? Okay, so plays for your school? That's so cool. I was a drama kid when I was in school. We had a drama club when I was in elementary school, and I was in every play we put on. And then when I was in middle school, I was in every play I could be in. And then I switched to homeschooling and couldn't really do it anymore because I was by myself, but have always loved theater and drama. Now, since you have twirling and a dance in your background because of twirling, of course we have the ability to at least do some dance. Have you ever thought about doing like Broadway?
Yes, that's one of my other goals.
That's something that I have always been interested in. I mean, I have so many other goals that are a little bit like higher up than Broadway for me. Like, I want to be a doctor. I want to be a medical examiner. That's like my future goal and what I'm studying here at school. But Broadway was always something, especially when I was your age, that I was like, ooh, that would be so cool to do. Like, can you imagine just doing what you love every single day of your life? Like, getting to perform for hundreds of people every day. Like, that would just be so amazing. I know my heart would be so happy if I was doing that because there's nothing more that I love than getting to entertain others and put a smile on their face and, like, make them happy, you know? That's really cool, though. Those are some big dreams you have, and I know you'll be able to achieve them. You're a very hardworking young lady, and I can't wait to see what the future has in store for you. Well, thank you so much for being this month's Laney's Little Bug. I had the most incredible time interviewing you, and I mean, I'm so excited, like I said, to see what the future has in store for you, because clearly you have big dreams and big goals, and you're going to do everything you can to achieve them. And I can't wait to see that happen. Well, because that covers everything, I guess that means our interview is sadly over, but it was so nice to chat with you, and I'm sure I will see you soon, okay? All right, bye.
Bye.
Thanks so much for watching this month's Laney's Little Bug.
Make sure you give this a big like and make sure you subscribe.